1 and part 2, we have already covered about what is reproductive health, then what is population explosion, and what are the factors that are responsible for population explosion. And the part 2, we discuss about the contraception, the definition of contraception, and the type of contraceptive devices that are used or that are followed. And then in the first type of contraception, natural method is already covered in the previous part 2. So in the part third of this chapter, we mainly cover the barrier method, the intrauterine devices, and the implants. These are the three main type of contraception that are used for the birth control. And the aim of contraception is to avoid the fusion of male and female gamete. This is the main aim of contraception. And various methods are used for contraception. So let's start. This is the physical method, or you can say this is the barrier method. Barrier, as we know, barrier is the you can say hindrance between the mating of male and female gamete. In barrier method, we prevent the contact of sperm by the or sperm with the ovum. Yes, this method prevent the contact of ovum and sperm by some barriers. Barriers are different types, and this barrier method is available for both male and female. This method is available for both male and female, means these barrier method are available for both male and female. So first barrier method is condom. First barrier method is condom. What are condoms, and what are the component, or how these condoms are formed? So condoms are made up of thin rubber or latex. Yes, condom is made up of thin rubber or latex sheath, and these are self-inserted, means they are user-friendly, and they are disposable. The condoms can be easily disposed, and they are made up of thin rubber and latex sheath. And condom mainly cover the genitalia of male and female, and this condom cover the penis in the male, or if it is a female condom, then it will cover the female reproductive area, that is vagina and cervix portion. These barriers are used, and if penis is covered by a condom, then the semen will not enter into the female reproductive tract. If the semen is not entering into the female reproductive tract, then the chances of fusion of male and female gamete will be nil. So, in the second point, it cover the penis in male and vagina and cervix in the female, if the female condom is there. And the function of condom is to avoid the entry of semen into the female reproductive tract. And this barrier method also prevent some disease that are sexually transmitted disease or AIDS. These condoms are also used, so they prevent the sexual transmitted disease or AIDS. Yes, next. These are some examples associated with the barrier method. Diaphragm, it is also a barrier. Cervical cap, this is also a barrier. And volts, also barrier. And these barriers are also made up of rubber latex. In the first point, rubber latex. And these diaphragm, cervical cap, and volts are inserted into the female reproductive tract, means this are mainly for female reproductive tract, and this diaphragm cervical caps will cover the portion of cervix present in female reproductive tract. And if the cervix is blocked, if the cervix portion of female is blocked, then the entry of sperm will also block. Then the entry of sperm will also block, and the diaphragm can be reusable. Can be reusable. Yes, but there is a specific time duration to insert diaphragm cervical cap into the female body before mating. At least 5 hours before mating, these diaphragms or cervical caps are inserted into the female reproductive tract. Before 5 hours or prior to 5 hours of mating, these are inserted. Next, there are various spermicidal creams are also available. Jellies are also available. Spermicidal. That means it kills the sperm. It kills the sperm. So spermicidal creams, jellies, or some type of foams are also available along these barriers. And these spermicidal creams, jellies are applied inside the reproductive tract area, so that the sperm, if the sperm enter, then the sperm will kill. Next, yes, intrauterine devices. As the name indicate, intrauterine devices. That means these are the devices that are inserted inside the female uterus. These are the devices that are inserted inside the female uterus, and these devices are only used by female. Intrauterine devices are mainly associated with the female portion, and these devices are inserted by professionals, that is by doctors or nurses, in the uterus through vagina. There are two type of intrauterine devices available. First is non-medicated, second is copper releasing intrauterine devices. In non-medicated intrauterine devices, one example is Lippes loop. Lippes loop. And the function of Lippes loop is it leads to phagocytosis. It leads to phagocytosis of sperm. What is phagocytosis? Phagocytosis is engulfing. Phagocytosis is engulfing. So this Lippy loop will engulf the sperm, or you can say it will damage the sperm. So the sperm will not reach the fallopian tube area where fertilization may take place. And the second is copper releasing intrauterine devices. As the name indicate, copper T or copper 7 or multilode 375, these are some copper releasing intrauterine devices. It release copper. So the function of copper ion suppress the sperm movement. Copper ion suppress the sperm movement. The movement of sperm in the female body will be suppressed by these copper ion. The sperm will not reach the fallopian tube area, so fertilization will not take place. So this is the function of intrauterine devices, and where the intrauterine devices are inserted, you can simply write in the uterus part. These intrauterine devices are inserted. There are two type of intrauterine devices: non-medicated and copper-releasing intrauterine devices. And the example of copper-releasing intrauterine devices are copper T, copper 7, and multilode 375. Next. Next method of birth control is injection or implant. Next method of birth control is injection or implants. This injection or implants contain the hormone, that is progesterone or estrogen. Some injection or implant may contain only progesterone, or some injection or implant may contain the combination of both. The combination of both means it contains progesterone as well as the mixing of estrogen, and this progesterone and estrogen will, you can say, will prevent the fertilization, or will prevent the ovulation, or will prevent the fertilization. So first point is injection or implant. Progesterone alone or in combination with estrogen used as injection or implants under the skin of female. Means this point suggests that progesterone alone or in the combination with estrogen, means both progesterone and estrogen combinedly, will be used as injection or can be used as implant, or implant is placed under the skin of female, and the action of or the effective period of injection of or implant is very long, near about when a female is implanted with the combination of this hormones, the female is effective for near about for 5 years. There is no chances of fertilization. There is no chances of fertilization when injection or implant is inserted. Implants is inserted inside the female body, so it is effective method that has the capacity to control the birth near about for 5 years. Next, progesterone or combination of progesterone and estrogens or IUDs within 72 hours of coitus, means when the combination of these drugs, these chemicals are intake uh, in the form of tablets or in the form of pills within the 72 hours, then it is known as emergency contraceptive. That means suppose coitus mating take place between male and female, and no barrier method is followed, and maybe the chances of fertilization will be high because no barrier method is used. So in that case we use pills which are effective for near about 72 hours, and these pills are known as emergency contraceptive. These pills are known as emergency contraceptives, and this emergency contraceptive avoid the possible pregnancy due to rape or unprotected intercourse. The next, yes, this is emergency contraceptive, and when we mention about emergency contraceptive, so you just mentioned that it is effective within 72 hours of coitus. Within 72 hours of coitus, if the mating take place or if the intercourse take place, this contraceptive, these pills will be effective only within 72 hours. And this contraceptive has a combination of progesterone or estrogen, and the common name of emergency contraceptive is I pill or unwanted 72. Yes, these are some devices, and these are the this figure indicate the target site of that particular device. This is intrauterine device. Yes, this one, and this intrauterine device will be inserted inside the uterus area, and the condom or the barrier devices are introduced in this area, and oral contraceptive, the hormonal pills, the progesterone or estrogen pills, will be target on this area ovary. So this is all about in today's lecture. This lecture include the you can say barrier method, IUDs, or at the last the figure represent that where these devices will target. So thank you.